guys, Lottie here and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how to start your own Preppy Adopt Me YouTube channel. I'm going to be giving tips in this video on how to make your profile picture, how to make your banner, and how to make your intro, and also how to download fonts from pt1.com just in case you're not sure how to do it. Before we get into the video, there's a few things I need to clarify and cover. Thing number one is the apps you're going to need for this tutorial are PicsArt and Fonto and also CapCut obviously. And obviously YouTube, but I'm pretty sure that one's pretty obvious. The second thing that I need to cover is if you want to purchase a profile picture from me, you can do so by going to the video in the description. And I sell GFXs like this for 50 Robux, and this will look really good as a profile picture for your YouTube channel, so yeah. So anyways, the first thing I'm going to cover is going to be profile picture, and obviously I already gave you like one way, which is to buy one from me. You can also make your own GFX. There's many tutorials on the internet. I'll link the one that I personally used when I first started making GFXs. But just in case you don't have a computer or laptop, or your computer or laptop can't run Blender, or you just can't understand Blender because it's really confusing, then I'm going to show you another way you can make a profile picture. And this one is super simple, and the only app you need is Fonto. Okay, so first go onto Pinterest and search Preppy images and scroll until you find one that you like. I am going to use this beach scene, then head on to Fonto and import your image. Okay, so here is the point where you're going to get pretty stuck if you haven't got any fonts downloaded. So I'm now going to show you how to download fonts onto Fonto. Okay, so go onto Safari and go to a website called pt1.com, and basically it's like a massive library with a bunch of fonts in it. Some fonts I recommend are Chicken Pie, Sunday Morning, Love Story, and also Cherry, and you can download these all from the pt1 website. Okay, so once you find a font you like, simply press the download button and then click the little blue arrow at the top of your screen to open your downloads page, and then now you'll be able to see your downloaded font and press on it. This will take you to the Files app, and then press on the zip file for your font, and then click on the folder that says with 3 items in, and click on the trial icon, which is the first one, and then go to the bottom and press open with Fonto, and then it will take you to Fonto where you can download your font into Fonto. So now you have your font installed, you can now work on making your profile picture. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. Okay, so once you have your text imported, click on the text and click style, and then go to the bottom where it says create colour pattern. Now you can either do this straight away, or you can go to stroke first and then click on it. If you do stroke, basically it'll make an outline of your text that has colour on it. So I recommend doing this because I feel like it looks better. But once you are on that, basically just make like your own little pattern, and then just make like whatever colours you want it to be, and then make the stroke thicker to make it look better and add a shadow. And then that is what you do for the text. And then I just added some stars to the picture to make it look a bit better, and then I'm adding some stars beside my name to make things look a little bit more like detailed. And to do this, you just go to text and then click on symbols. Now I'm just adding it onto YouTube to show you guys what it will look like. I'm using my old channel, by the way, for this, guys, so I'm not going to ruin my main channel's profile picture, but don't worry. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to make your own matching banner, and this can also work for a GFX profile picture as well, obviously. Okay, so I'm using the same picture as I did for the profile picture, and I went over to effects, then blur, and then I'm going to turn the blur up quite a lot because I want it to look like just a mix of colours for the banner, and then I'm going to save this to my camera roll. And now I'm just decorating it however I like, really. The font that I use for this little like banner thing is called KG Chasing Cars, by the way, I think. Also, by the way, I highly recommend that you make everything quite small because otherwise it's not going to fit in the banner. Even this is going to be quite big, so make sure it's small. Okay, so now I'm just adding my banner onto YouTube to show you guys how it looks. And as you can see, the text takes up so much of the banner. So if you want like a really small text in the middle, make the text absolutely tiny on Fonto. But yeah, here is how the banner and the profile picture look like. So now I'm going to move on to intro. Okay, so I just imported the blurred image into Fonto, and now I'm going to add a text that says, you're watching for like the first scene of the intro, but you can do whatever you want it to say. And I'm going to use the font Sunday Morning for this part of the intro. Then you just want to add an outline to your text, add some stars and stuff, and then save it to your camera roll. I'm just repeating this step for every single page I want the intro to have. So I'm doing you're watching and then my channel name, and then I'm doing subscribe because this is just like an example, so I'm going to make the intro quite short. Okay, so now I've headed over to CapCut and I've put all my pictures into a project in order of how they're going to go. And then now I'm adding my song. I'm using You Should Tell Your Girlfriend, but you can use any song that you want. You can screen record the song from my intro if you want, by the way, guys, as well. Or you can screen record this song from this video. Anyway, so what I'm doing now is just adding some effects to each of the images to make it look like a bit more movement rather than just literally like completely still screens changing. And to do this, just click on the thing, go to transitions and then combo, and then choose any of the free ones and just put it on the thing. And then once you're done, click on the little line icon in between like each slide of the clips, if that makes any sense. Like this little thing here, I'll circle it. And then just choose any of the ones from the movement tab, because those make the intro look so much more put together and just way better. So yeah, I recommend adding these. And then here's how my intro came out. Feel free to screen record the audio if you want to use it.
Cause I don't wanna live a lie. Should tell my boyfriend what I've been doing. Been thinking of you. Every time I screw him.
Obviously that was like a rough idea to give you guys an idea how to make it. Obviously you can add more detail to your intro if you want and add more like slides and make it a lot longer than I did. But that was like a rough idea to tell you guys how you make the intro. Anyways, guys, I think that is the end of today's video. I'm going to do a part 2 where I explain how to make thumbnails and actually like record your videos. But I hope you enjoyed part 1. And if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!